try to time things perfectly and try to pick the exact bottom. If you want to pick the exact bottom, you can never make a decision. You'll never buy anything. So, what are your thoughts on the latest Q2 earnings of Macy's and your outlook on this company and its stock? Well, I bought, say it's Wednesday. Today I bought 5,000 shares of Macy's. Yesterday I bought 10,000 shares of Macy's. The day before that I bought another 10,000 shares. So I bought 25,000 new shares this week. I had a pretty significant position before then, and I just keep adding to it. In weeks before that, probably in the last month, I think I bought 45,000 shares in the past month. And I also sold puts against it on multiple occasions. I sold puts against it for short-term expirations. So I collected some put premiums on Macy's. I bought about 45,000 new shares of Macy's. So that's a good summary of what I think about it. If I did a deeper dive, I think Macy's has something like $6 billion in debt. Their market cap is currently $4 billion. So valuing the company is netting out at only $4 billion. And I think, well, I don't know. They got one of the best retail websites in the world. They have the real estate alone is worth, could pay off all the debt. And I mean, the value of the company is basically the real estate. Let me say it differently. If you sold the real estate, you could pay off the debt and justify the current market cap. So if you just thought about that the real estate covers the current valuation, and then you can have the brand name, the website, all their distribution channels, etc. And you got a business that's doing $2 billion a month in revenue, basically $23 billion a year. So it's about $2 billion a month in revenue on average. Imagine trying to start a business from scratch to get a business up to $2 billion a month, and all that shit's trading for 4 times earnings. If they say their earnings are going to be about $3, they're saying 270 to 320, which is a wide spread, which does indicate some uncertainty about the short term, midterm. But in the long term, people are going to wear clothes and they're going to buy them from Macy's. I'm not going to buy my clothes from Macy's, but a lot of people do. So. Hence the $2 billion a month in revenue, and you can't just go into a store and say, there's not a tremendous number of people. Well, there's enough people that it justifies the store, but on top of that, it's called omni-channel retailing. That when they have the store, the physical locations, their sales go up because they have the online sales go up from having the physical locations nearby. If they close multiple stores in an environment, if they close a store, they lose online sales in that same area. So frankly, if a store can run at a break even, but they make profits on the online, they're still doing fine. And if they want to make the numbers look better, to have better multiples or whatever, you got to think about the opportunity cost of capital. But even if they did that, they would still be fine. So in good times, those retailers will trade for 10 or 15 times earnings. And if we take the low end of that and just say 10 times earnings, and right now it's trading for 4 times earnings, basically. If you took any improvement in the company at all, you end up with a $40, $50 stock. So, for that to happen, interest rates have to go down. People are concerned about credit card debt with the company that, their people's credit card debt is higher. The U.S. recently passed $1 trillion in cumulative debt. And $1 trillion is an awful lot of money. There's 12 zeros in a trillion. It's an awful big number. But, also remember Congress just passes $1 trillion here and $1 trillion there like nothing, 2 or 3 trillion, So the hysteria of 2020, they put 7 trillion, 7 point something trillion into the economy. So is $1 trillion a lot of money? It's a huge amount of money, but we do that all the time. And the global GDP is, something like 10 trillion a month, 120 trillion, something like that for the year. So it's a big number, but it's manageable. People are just nitpicky and they say, people are going to have to pay their student loans again. They're going to have less discretionary income. Okay, asshole, but they had to pay their student loans before. And, and Macy's was $30 then. So, they made improvements. They got rid of a lot of their underperforming stores. They made a lot of improvements to the business. The main manager guy Gillette, he's okay. And I don't know. I like Macy's. I think it's a great bargain in the stock market right now. That I think over time will get three x. I think the stock price could increase or triple, maybe quadruple. I think the stock price can triple. I like it. I literally bought more today. I bought more yesterday. I bought more the day before that, and I bought a good chunk of it this month. So I've spent I don't know what I spent, close to $1 million. I don't know what I spent, more than $500,000 on Macy's in the past month, and I feel just fine about it. I think it's going to be fine. I think it's going to do well. So maybe $750,000 I spent in the past month, just on Macy's. And some of those earlier purchases, oh, Derek, you lost money. Try to time things perfectly and try to pick the exact bottom. If you want to pick the exact bottom, you can never make a decision. You'll never buy anything. So, that's life, man. But do I give a shit if I'm down, a small chunk of change, or a relative small chunk of change in the short term, but I get triple my money back later? So I get all those losses back and 3x profit. If you buy it on margin, 3x profit means a 10x profit, 1,000% cash on cash return. Do I care if I get 1,000% cash on cash return? No, I don't care if I was down in the short term. If 2 or 3 years from now I had 1,000% cash on cash return, that's amazing. So I'd love to do that deal all day. I like Macy's. I'm buying it. And if you don't understand it, don't buy it. If you don't like it, don't buy it. I like it. I think it's going to do good over time. Might take 3 years. Might take 18 months. Might take 5 years. I don't know. Somewhere in there, somewhere in 18 months or 5 years, I'm going to be really happy. And I think people are acting ridiculous with the stock. It's another point about it. It was $22, $24 not long ago. And, at a time where you had, peak tensions around the Russian-Ukraine conflict, at a time that people were talking about deep recessions in America, it was trading for $10 more than it's currently at. So I don't know. I'm not scared of it. I think it'll do well over time. It might go down before it goes up. I don't mind if it goes down. You know what it'll do if it goes down? I'll probably buy more. There's a good chance I'll buy more because it's an undervalued asset in my estimation. I was buying it before for $4 and change, $4.60, and it went to $37. So back in 2020, go look at the charts. I was buying it for $4.60, less than $5 in 2020, and it went to $37. So, and then they start raising interest rates aggressively, and that messes up consumer confidence, and it sucks the wealth effect out of the market, both the housing markets and the real estate markets. So I feel fine about it. If you don't like it, don't buy it. If you don't understand it, don't buy it. Don't buy things you don't understand. But I think I understand it well enough and feel comfortable enough with it that it's a good stock for me. Some people are confused. They say, Derek, what is the 10 Commandments of Wealth? Not the 10 maybes of wealth. It's the 10 core things that you're going to need to know about in detail if you'd like to accumulate significant wealth in your lifetime. Click this link up here to find more information, exactly what is the 10 Commandments of Wealth, how is the program structured, what's inside of it, how are you going to benefit from it. If you're doing well already and you'd like to do better, click that link and find out more. There's over 100 hours of content in this program. I've interviewed dozens of world champions that shared what it took for them to win, to be the top Hall of Fame athletes in their respective areas. And I brought a lot of other superstars in there from business, people that are real world entrepreneurs that made serious money, as I have myself. We all share with you what are the foundations you're going to need to know if you want to be successful yourself. Be a chooser, not a loser. Leave a comment if you want a business or success question answered, and subscribe for even more winning.